This is GBN America with me, Patrick Christys, and today I am joined by David Paleologos, who is a director of the Suffolk University Political Research Centre. He's worked since 2002 conducting statewide polls, bellwether survey analysis in Massachusetts and elsewhere, and it's vitally important to get his views. Why? Well, we all saw what happened in New Hampshire last night, didn't we? David, I'm going to throw it over to you. How big a result was this for Trump last night?
It was unprecedented that he won both Iowa by 30 and double digits in New Hampshire. It hasn't been done before. It sets him on a pace to win the nomination right now. The question is whether Nikki Haley stays in and for how long.
Well, what do you think is going to happen? Is there any point her staying in now? She says it's far from over.
Yeah, so statistically, it's improbable because a lot of the primaries are closed primaries, meaning independents can't vote. And of course, last night, independents voted, which is why the margin was a little bit closer. But I think her strategy might be just to be the last person standing if and when former President Trump is convicted, and to hope that the convention, which is going to be held in Milwaukee this summer, will rally around her. It's highly unlikely, but that would be the thinking of staying in. Plus, it's her home state, and if she's not planning to run in 2028 or beyond, it's probably not a bad idea to give it a shot if she has the money.
Yeah, no, quite. You mentioned it there. What happens now then if Trump is convicted of one or more of these 91 charges that he's facing? Will that impact his chances? What could play out there? I mean, to be honest, it obviously doesn't seem to be affecting the Republican voters at the moment, does it?
It's absolutely true. It is not a factor in the Republican primary. However, in the general election, there's a swath of independents who will not vote for him if he is convicted. Now, obviously, there'll be appeals in the legal process, but that's a problem in the general election. And I think that's kind of what Nikki Haley is hoping to hinge on. Okay,
all right. And Joe Biden now, let's talk about him. Did he have a better night? I mean, I'm reading here, he won easily on New Hampshire's Democratic primary, even though essentially he was not on the ballot. I mean, just talk to me about where Joe Biden's at the moment.
So Joe Biden was not on the ballot, and so there was a write-in campaign in New Hampshire so that he could save face. And he did win a majority. He was in the 60s. In the write-in campaign, but there was a swath of Democrats, probably 3 in 10, who did not vote for him. Part of the reason is that he thumbed his nose, and the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, thumbed their nose at New Hampshire for being the first in the nation primary. So the delegates don't count, even though Biden won a majority there. But Biden does have problems with independents as well for different reasons, and that potentially opens the door for an independent campaign, an independent candidate come November.